There's someone in your life right now who has said something to you that felt slightly off. You couldn't explain why, you just knew something wasn't right. But you let it go, maybe you even apologized. That feeling wasn't paranoia, that was your instincts picking up on something real. Manipulators don't control people with force, they do it with words. Specific, carefully constructed phrases that are designed to make you doubt yourself, silence your concerns, and hand over your power without ever realizing it's happening. And the scariest part? These phrases sound completely normal. You've heard them before. You might have even said some of them yourself. By the end of this video, you'll never hear them the same way again. And once you recognize them, they lose all their power over you. Let's start with the most dangerous one.
1. I was just joking. You say something hurt you. They look at you, maybe even laugh a little, and say, "Relax, I was just joking. Can't you take a joke?" And just like that, the conversation shifts. Suddenly, you're not talking about what they said. You're defending your ability to have a sense of humor. This is called a retroactive reframe. The manipulator says something cruel, tests your reaction, and if you push back, they repackage it as humor. The original comment gets buried. Your emotional response becomes the problem. Here's what makes it so effective. It works on something deeply human. Nobody wants to be the person who can't take a joke, so you back down, you laugh it off, and they file away the information that this phrase works on you. Pay attention to the pattern, not just the moment. Everyone makes an awkward joke sometimes, but if someone consistently says things that sting and then retreats behind "I was just joking" whenever you react, that's not humor, that's a system.
2. You're too sensitive. This one is quieter than the others, more subtle, and that's exactly what makes it so damaging. You express how something made you feel, and instead of engaging with what you said, they shift the focus entirely. You're too sensitive. You always take things the wrong way. You're so emotional. Psychologists call this gaslighting. It's the process of making someone question their own perception of reality. And it's one of the most effective tools a manipulator has because it doesn't just win the argument, it makes you distrust your own instincts. Over time, a person who hears this repeatedly starts to pre-filter their own reactions. Before they even speak, they ask themselves, "Am I being too sensitive? Am I overreacting?" And in that moment of self-doubt, the manipulator wins without saying a single word. Here's what you need to understand. Your feelings are data. They're not perfect, but they're information. Anyone who consistently responds to your feelings by questioning your sanity rather than engaging with your concern is not someone who has your best interests in mind.
3. After everything I've done for you. This phrase is a weapon disguised as a reminder. The manipulator brings up past favors, sacrifices, or kindness not to reconnect, not out of genuine hurt, but to create debt. To make you feel that your independence, your disagreement, or your boundary is a form of betrayal. After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me? Notice what this does. It doesn't address your concern. It doesn't open a dialogue. It redirects the entire conversation toward obligation. And suddenly, you're not standing up for yourself anymore. You're trying to prove you're a good person. This is called emotional leverage, and it works because most people genuinely care about the relationships in their life. They don't want to seem ungrateful. They don't want to hurt someone who helped them. But here's the thing. Genuine kindness doesn't come with a bill. When someone truly does something for you out of love or care, they don't store it and present it the moment you try to set a limit. That's not generosity. That's investment with hidden interest rates.
4. I'm the only one who really knows you. This is the most sophisticated phrase on this list, and the most dangerous. It usually comes after a period of intense closeness. The manipulator has spent time learning you, your fears, your insecurities, your history. And then, when you start to pull away or question them, they use that knowledge as a chain. No one else will understand you like I do. Your friends don't really get you. I'm the only one who sees the real you. You push everyone away, you know that. I'm still here. What this phrase does is isolate. It positions the manipulator as irreplaceable while quietly suggesting that everyone else in your life is either temporary or incapable of truly knowing you. And if you've had a history of feeling misunderstood, this lands like a lifeline. It feels like finally being seen. But there's a difference between someone who understands you and someone who uses their understanding of you as leverage. Real connection makes you feel more free. It expands your world. It encourages you toward other relationships, other growth, other versions of yourself. What this phrase does is the opposite. It shrinks your world down to one person, and that person happens to be the one saying it.
Now you know what these phrases sound like. But here's what matters most. Recognizing manipulation is not about becoming suspicious of everyone around you. Most people who say these things aren't calculating villains. Some of them learn these patterns from people who use them on them. Some of them don't even realize what they're doing. But your job is not to diagnose them. Your job is to protect yourself. When you hear one of these phrases, pause. Don't react immediately. Ask yourself, is this person engaging with what I said, or are they redirecting me? Are they addressing my concern, or making me the problem? That pause, that one moment of awareness, that's where your power lives. And once you find it, no phrase can take it from you.